Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back again with another installment. How to build that clothing label. So this week, what's there to talk about? Well, I ain't get my sample back from Printful just yet. And the reason for that is because when you do an embroidery with them, because this is what I tried to do this time around. Um, when you do an embroidery, you have to okay the embroidery first, and I didn't notice the email in time. So by the time I noticed it like a day late. So then when I clicked OK to OK the embroidery, that's when they were able to do it, and that's when they were then able to send it out. And as they're over in Europe, they sent it out, but it's still not at home just yet. So I haven't got it just yet. So I haven't been able to show you that. But what I can tell you is that you can't embroider and print. So with a pleat, which is the top that I got from them, this one here, although I'm not happy with their print quality, you can print and embroider. Although this is, but as we can look at their embroidery, we can clearly tell, can they really embroider though? Because that is not embroidery. But anyway, you can't embroider and print with Printful. It's either one or the other. You can't do both. So that kind of limits your design, your the design for your tops by quite a bit. Because if you could do both, it make things a hell of a lot easier, right? Because then you could have embroidery in one part, print on another part, just like this t-shirt, print on the front, print on the back, and embroidery on your arm. And that's what I was kind of aiming for. I was kind of just have, I wanted to embroidery on the front and a print on the back, but it didn't allow for that. So I could only do an embroidery here, and that's it. That's all you're getting on the whole tee, which is cool. Because if you're gonna have a low key brand or a low key t-shirt, you can do that. The only reason why I slap my name over so much stuff at the moment, because I'm first coming out, is that I want everybody to know the name and be able to link the name with the logo, so that they know when they see the logo what it stands for, as opposed to just drop the logo and then people then having to find out what the logo stands for. I'm not established like that. So that's the reason for why my clothes are kind of a little bit loud at the minute, because they need to be. I need to showcase the brand, the name, and the logo along with the brand and the name, so that you associate the two together. Um, yeah, but I haven't got it back yet. But just from the screenshot that they sent me, and the fact that they wanted to check with me the quality of the embroidery before they sent it out, is everything, because this company didn't do that with me, and they sent me this shit. So that says everything to me. So I know when that embroidery gets here, when that thing comes here, um, the t-shirt's gonna come and the embroidery's gonna probably look spot on. To be honest, I won't have a problem with it. It'll probably look great. I don't doubt that. And once again, it's a cost difference with new embroidery stuff as opposed to when you have it printed, right? Um, So still, with Printful, you can still work with it. I would say you can work with it, depending on your designs, depending on what you're trying to do. You can definitely work with it, man. I would use them, depending on what you're doing with your company. So yeah, Printful might be a good way to go for some of you, depending on how you're designing your clothes. I've gone back to the Pakistani guys to have some stuff um, made for me. So I've had a few tees to go through them, and I had a few another tracksuit and a jumper. I'm quite excited about the jumper actually, because it's going to be really different. So I can't wait to show you guys that when that comes. And they said it should be in 6 days. But we had a problem with sending them the money. So I sent them the money, right? This is so funny. So I sent them the money, and the person who told me to put their name in the money, right? Um, Apparently he cannot go through Western Union. Now I don't know what he did to piss them off, but Western Union like, nah, you can't send money to that guy. So I'm just like, raw, okay. So they're gonna refund me back my money, and then I'm gonna resend him back the money, but probably to someone else in the organization, just not with his name, because they don't like him. I don't know what he did, but they don't like him. So yeah, that's weird. But yeah, so that's what's happening with that. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about was this is one that a lot of people probably won't talk to you about. it's really interesting. It's really annoying. So the problem I'm having right now is people not talking to me. Now, what do I mean by that? So, for example, I'll reach out to a number of clothing manufacturers, and I'll say, "Can you do this?" And they'll get back to me and be like, "Yeah, yeah, we can do that." And I'm like, "Great, okay. So can you do this? Can you do this? Can you add that logo? Add this metal piece? Can you do this buckle? Can you, whatever alterations I want done to the garment or accessory?" I ask them if they can do that, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we can do that." And you be having a dialogue with these people for like let's say you have a dialogue and it starts at like 6 in the morning, which is what happens with me sometimes when I'm talking to the people out in China. So the people in China or the people in Pakistan during the day, you be talking to them and you will nail down what it is you want from them, right? And they'll be like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 this is fine," all the rest of it. And then you were like, "Okay, cool." So now you've nailed down what it is you want and you're clear with them on what it is you want and they are clear with you on what you want. You'd be like, "All right, cool. So drop me the invoice for the sample so I can pay you." Radio silence. Radio silence. You don't hear anything. That happened to me with the China guys, a couple guys in China. After talking to them for hours, asking for an invoice, and it's like I said something wrong. I ain't heard from them again for like a whole day. I'm having to chase them to give them money. That, to me, that's so bizarre. Like, I've never had that before, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm not a big designer or whatever it is, or I'm not a big clothing label that they recognize that really they're not really interested in trying to get, or maybe because my quantities are small, so maybe they don't respect the fact that now it's time for me to pay them, that they're quick with the invoice. I just find it weird. The only people that are quick to me with the invoice are the people in Pakistan. China, long. I'll be like, "Right, yeah, so can you invoice me?" Oh, still waiting, still waiting. Like, it's mad. I'm sitting there like, okay, did I say a dirty word in Chinese or something? Does invoice mean something wrong in their language? I don't understand. I said, "Send me the invoice so I can pay you the money so you can get started on my thing." What's the hold up? Um, Now that's not everybody on Alibaba. Don't get it twisted. So a lot of them be like, "Yo," and they chuck an invoice in your face straight away. But I've been noticing this more and more with certain other designers. There's a French company that I told you I was gonna go get the hats done with. Get a sample with them, and they're called Gold Headwear or something like that. Anyway, been conversing with them for a number of days on on email and sometimes on Instagram as well. And then so today we finalized the design and everything. So I said, "Cool, yeah, this is the sample. So this is how much it is for sample. This is how much it is for shipping." Okay, so in that case, can I have three samples? You know, two in this color, one in this color, yada yada yada, and shoot me the invoice so I can pay that now, and we can get the process started. Silence again, just like, and literally, he literally emailed me. I'm not even joking. 5 minutes before that email, so he emailed me, and I'm responding to the email that I literally just received. So it would have been less than a minute reply back to what he just sent me. Radio silence. I'm just like, when you just confused. You're like, what? Like, that doesn't happen. Like, where do you go and someone's offering you money and then you have nothing to say? Like, where does that happen? Only seems to be in the clothing world. And maybe it's because I'm not a big brand. That's the only way I can boil it down to. Maybe it's because I'm some new brand starting up. I'm not asking for huge quantities of stuff. So maybe they just don't respect the process. They don't respect my dollar like they would respect like if Nike came to them. So like maybe obviously if Nike came to them and they were like, "Yo, we need a foul, we need like I don't know 100,000 Jordan hats. We need them by Saturday." Like maybe maybe if I was to come on that level, then I wouldn't have to ask for an invoice. That would just come straight away. It wouldn't even be a thing. It would just be like, bang, take that, pay us so we can get started type thing. But because I'm new, I'm thinking they're just like, whatever, man. We'll probably get these samples to my guy and we'll never hear from him again type thing. But for me, it's like, it's really frustrating, as it would be for any other clothing designer, right? Because you're trying to get out there, you're trying to get the product out there as soon as possible. So the best way of doing that is getting a sample, showcasing the sample so people can see it, and then they can then decide if they want to buy it, so that you can then order a certain quantity to fulfill the requirement, right? So that you can slowly build your brand, so you can order more and more stuff. But these guys just, it's like, because you ain't ordering big stuff from the jump, they don't put no respect on your name. I can't wait until I can come on this video and be like, yo, people are just chucking invoices at me. I'll be like, I'll say I want this, and they just do it straight because everybody knows who I am, type thing. God, I'll watch this video back and be like, yeah, I was definitely right. It's because I ain't ordering the right quantity sizes. So I can confirm with you that, yeah, it's definitely the quantity sizes that's the problem. Because right now I'm ordering things from people, and people are just not giving me no respect, fam. None. I'm just like any guy asking for just anything, and they're not trying to do, like, even if I'm trying to chuck their money at them, they don't care. They're just like, yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, maybe you're just ordering something for yourself, and you're not trying to really, even though they can clearly see that it's a logo and it's a clothing company type thing. They don't care, bro. So yeah, that's another gripe. So this is something you guys may go through as well. And if you find yourself going through it, don't be upset. Just know that one day you're gonna come to them, and people are gonna know your name, and then you're gonna say what you need, and they're just gonna give you what you need straight away. Um, Try not to take it personal. I'm trying not to take it personal, but I can't lie. Sometimes it's really aggravating because obviously, as time goes on, money's being spent. It's taking longer and longer for you to get yourself out there. So things that I feel like I should have been all the way, like I'm feeling like I should have already had my first batch of clothing and already be selling. Now, if I went through the Pakistani guys straight away, I feel like that might have been closer to the case, only because they come back to me straight away and they want to get me things back straight away within 6 weeks. But again, the quality is not all the way there. So that tracksuit that I was showing you last time, the black and silver one, it's nice, but it was starting to bubble in places already. I've had it for a week. The Velcro bit on one of the legs that had gone already, the Velcro was starting to come up because it hadn't been stitched down properly. The pants were bubbling already. The jumper was bubbling already. Things like that. And you're just kind of like, come on, guys, man. Like, imagine if I had sold this to someone and I hadn't, and it wasn't a sample. Imagine I did the whole thing. I need you guys to be quality assured, like assure the quality yourself. The Chinese guys, they've got that already, and this is what I respect with them. But the problem with the Chinese guys, I spoke to them about my tracksuits. They're like, yeah, boom, we can have your tracksuits for you, um, by May. Fam, it's mid-March. What do you mean May? So the whole of April, just write it off. Yeah, they're like, yeah, end of April, beginning of May. I'm like, for 100 tracksuits. What we're talking, 6 weeks for 100 tracksuits. Now, obviously, I know you're working with other people, so you try to respect the process, but at the same time, it's like I know I wouldn't be hearing these long time periods if I had ordered bigger quantities. You see what I'm saying? I just wouldn't. Like, what do you mean 6 months, 6 weeks, or a month and a half, or 2 months for 100 tracksuits? Are you taking a piss? Like, oh, fucking hell. Like, why? Do you know what I mean? Why is it taking that long? It should never take that long for 100 tracksuits. It just shouldn't. Like, let's be real. It just shouldn't. So the fact that it is, what can I do? What can I do? I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. All I can do is nod, smile, and hope that when the trackies get here, they do exactly what I hope they do, which is sell out on arrival. They come in, they sell out, and I have to come back to them with it. And I've got the readies for another 100 or 200 or what have you, because the demand for it is just so high. And when I come to them with more numbers, then I get a bit more respect. Do you know what I mean? And maybe because this is my first time dealing with them, they're kind of like, they're not quite sure who I am, type thing. So maybe you just need to have skin in the game. Maybe you just need to be in the game for a while, so that just people just put some respect on your goddamn name. Because right now I feel like I've got no respect on my name, so that people just treat me anyhow. It's like they're doing it begrudgingly, just like me asking them. I'm asking you to do your job, and you're doing your job begrudgingly because you don't know who I am. That's how it feels. Like, oh, can you make these hats for me? Yeah. Like, so like the hats that I ordered already, it's been a month since I ordered the hats, and I've had to chase them for progress report on the hat. Like, what's it looking like? You haven't shown me no samples, nothing, no email, nada, nothing. I ain't heard nothing from them. I got a bag had a bag being made for me. I'm having to chase them. So what's happening with this bag? Oh, what's your reference number? I don't know. What's my order number? Okay, here's my order number. What's happening with the bag? Oh, we're just doing the pattern now. Okay, but it's been a month. Like, I ordered the bag. Let's say I ordered the bag on the 25th of February. It is now nearly the 20th of March. It's been a month. You said 25 to 35 days. You've had 20 days, and only now you're doing the pattern. Okay, right. I don't know how long it takes to make a bag. Don't get it twisted. I'm not. I don't want to shit on nobody because I don't know how to do this shit myself. You get me? I don't know how to do it. But at the same time, I'm pretty damn sure it doesn't take 4 weeks to make one leather bag. I'm pretty damn sure. So I'm trying not to cuss these people, but at the same time, I can't help but sit down to myself and think to myself, you're not putting no respect on the name. You get me? And I think it's because of the amount I'm asking for. If I was asking for you for 1,000 bags or 100,000 bags, I don't think you'd be telling me, oh, after a month, oh, we're just doing the patterns for your bags now. No, you wouldn't be saying this to me. I know you wouldn't. You just wouldn't. Like, who are you dumb? What, a whole month has gone past and you ain't done nothing. If my name was Balmain and I came to you and I said I needed a sample for a bag, I don't think you'd be telling me after a month of progress that you're only starting to draw out the shape of the bag now. I don't think you'd be doing that. I think every time you've done something, I'll be probably getting an email and a picture of what's going next, and asking me for colors and asking me, is this nice? Is that nice? Is that how you want it? Is this how the level you want it? If I was a big boy in the game, that's how they'd be treating me. But right now, because they don't know who I am, it's like, fuck that nigga, man. That's kind of how it goes at the minute. So it is what it is. Anyway, that's all I can tell you for this week. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully, you found this information useful for yourself. And yeah, just keep going at it, man. Keep going at it. Don't let it dissuade you. Once again, another month's gone past, and I still haven't got all my product yet. So if you think it's taking long for you, trust me, it isn't. All right, peace. Signing out.